Hi everybody, your girl is live and in the building. We are live. We are doing the book club. I switched over to my personal page because the Oracle Treehouse page was not giving me a live the ability to invite people on the live because I'm having book club. We're talking about this really cool book. Let me post in some places and then we're gonna get started. To a page. Page. Okay, post as there we go. Let's see. Book. Thank you, Emmanuel. I love this lipstick. Book club. I've been really focused on healing a lot lately. That's why you guys haven't really seen me do readings lately. I've really been focused on the healing. Your girl is going to a mediumship circle here in Virginia at the Spiritualist Church here in Norfolk. There's a Spiritualist Church here in Norfolk, and they just started a mediumship circle for people who want to know mediumship and want to learn mediumship, and they're going over the different things. However, it's already closed, so if you did want to get into it, it's kind of late. They've closed it off to everybody so we can build up our energy. It's really, really cool. So since I've been doing that, I've been really focused on the healing, and really haven't been doing free readings. I am going to get back to the free readings, so catch me in if you want a free reading and you don't want to pay for a reading, catch me in the free reading groups in the weeks to come. But if you want a private reading by me or a private healing session, I am available for that. Those are paid private readings, so paid healing sessions, yes, you do have to pay. But if you want a free reading, like I said, catch me doing a free reading session when I get the vibe to do them. That's the best way. Let's see. We are going to post. Where's my finger? Where is it? Let's see. And this is every Sunday, y'all. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I was going to say 3 Pacific. I don't know if that's right, but no, that's not right. But I'm doing book club. Book club is where we take a book. This month's book, rather, is called Core Light Healing. It's the 3rd installment of my girl, Barbara Ann Brennan. She's a healer, and she breaks down the healing process and how we can heal ourselves on an energetic level, working our way to the physical body. And I love it. And she is, this 3rd installment of the book, she is talking about basically healing from the heart. All healing, I believe, comes from the heart. So we're going to be talking about, last week I did basically an introduction of the book, because what happened was I was in a book club that somebody had started with the book, and it got dissolved because things didn't turn out right. So I got guided to do the book club because I feel like even if you didn't go to her school, she has a school, the Barbara Ann Brennan School of I want to say Heels of Light, but she has a book club, but she has a school, but a lot of people don't go to the school, they just read her books. She's got 3 books. Give me a minute and we're gonna get to that. But I want to post, let's see, if you're watching this in a replay, just fast forward I don't know, probably 5 minutes or so to get to the good juicy stuff, because right now I'm just posting in the groups manually, so people will know what's going on. Let's see, book club, let's see, Chord, let's heal. There we go. There's 1 more, 2 more, and then we're gonna get down to business. We're gonna get down to business. But I hope everybody's doing well. All my love I send out to everyone that's been affected by these hurricanes and by crazy events happening. I send all my love. That's another reason why I'm really been focused on healing as opposed to doing readings, because I love doing readings, I love doing healings, but you have the power to do it yourselves. One of the reasons why I'm doing mediumship, I'm really starting to develop my mediumship and go to mediumship classes, because I want to teach people to do mediumship. I mean, why go to a medium? It's all fun and dandy to go to a medium and have them connect with your family members, but your family members don't always want to talk to a medium. They want to talk to the people in the family. So why not? Share in the group. Why not? So I'm all on this whole, okay, you can do it yourself. You can learn to be so intuitive in your own life that your own life flows just the way it is. That you don't have to go to a psychic. That you don't have to go to a medium to talk to Aunt Annie. Because Aunt Annie is always there, and Aunt Annie will always talk to you. But you have the power to do it. You do. Matter of fact, one of my teachers, Dr. Master Shigong Sha, he says that you have the power to heal yourself. I have the power to heal myself. We all have the power to heal ourselves, and together we can heal the world. I'm paraphrasing that, but the first 2 lines, you have the power to heal yourself, and I have the power to heal myself. So you can do it. It's just a matter of learning. Like I said, we're all born psychic. We're all born intuitive. It's just, it depends on your environment, whether your environment was cool with intuitive, the spirit, or if they weren't cool with the whole intuitive spirit thing, then you didn't get taught that. You know what I'm saying? You got taught away from it. So your intuitive senses have been dulled or put to sleep. But if you're watching this live, or if you're watching this in the archives, if you're watching anything like this, or tuned into anything, drawn to anything like this, then obviously your intuitive abilities have reawakened, and thus putting you into the forefront of things. Let's see, where was I at? Let's see, special supernatural. Book. If you're just now joining, y'all, we're doing book club tonight, and we're doing basically a beginning. So you didn't miss out. If you thought you had missed out, you didn't miss out. I am still doing the book club on Barbara Ann Brennan's book, Core Light Healing. Today we're gonna do chapter 2, which is chapter 1. I did a review last week, and my intuition spirit said, you know what, you need to go through each chapter from the beginning. So that's what I'm doing. We're gonna go through each chapter from the beginning each night. Tonight, starting with chapter 1, the human consciousness system, which I think is so cool. So cool. Book club. Oh, I can't spell. It's up tonight. Book for lights healing. Okay. Matter of fact, let's copy that. Okay. Copy. Bam. Bam. Spiritual healing. I think I did spiritual healing. No, I don't think I did spiritual healing. Right now. My hand, but that's okay if I did. One more, y'all, and then we're gonna get down to business. Excuse me. Got my Yoda on today, y'all. I've been watching Star Wars all day. Star Wars, y'all. The Force is with you. The Force flows in and around you. Always remember that. Abraham. Text group. Okay. Alrighty, dighty. Okay. Alright, here we go. We are ready. Where's the book? Oh, here's the book. Alrighty. If you're just now joining, welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Oracle Treehouse. I am Shanice, the Lady of the Treehouse, clairvoyant, intuitive healer. And this is book club here at the Oracle Treehouse. And this book club is about, this book club meeting, well, this whole week, we're going to go through next 8 weeks or so. I think it's 8 chapters in this book. Is called, I hope y'all can see this. It's called Core Light Healing by Barbara Ann Brennan. The subtitle is My Personal Journey and Advanced Healing Concepts for Creating the Life You Long to Live. Yes. If you're not familiar with Barbara Ann Brennan wrote this bad boy right here. Ow, that hurt. This bad boy right here, Hands of Light, which basically is a guide to healing through the human energy field. We all have a field of energy. We're made of energy. This energy radiates this field that's around us. And she wrote this book first, and then she went deeper into healing of the fields with light emerging. And now we have this book right here, Core Light Healing. Basically, Core Light Healing gets to the foundation of us healing on an energetic level and healing from the heart. We'll get to that. She goes depth into that into like 2-3 of the chapters here in this book about healing from the heart center. But we're going to get into the first chapter. The first chapter here in the book. Cool. The first chapter here in the book. As you can see, I prepared, y'all. I got notes, y'all. I did my homework, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The first chapter in the book, she talks about our human energy conscious system. Yes, our human energy conscious system. She shortens it up to HESC. The human energy conscious system. Basically, the human energy conscious system is composed of 4 major aspects. 4 major aspects. We are composed of 4 major aspects, which is called this human energy conscious system, because we are made of energy. That energy is conscious, therefore we're human, and it's a system. 4. Those 4 are our core star, the Hora, the human energy field, and the physical body itself. The physical body itself. Yes, we are made of those 4 things. We are. Your boy, Nikola Tesla. Love that guy. That guy is like, love him. But there's a quote that I'm sure y'all have seen where he talks about I'm paraphrasing. He talks about if you want to understand the laws of the universe or whatnot, you have to look at it in the terms, in perspective of energy, frequency, and vibration. Barbara Ann Brennan has taken that and put it into a book. Energy, frequency, vibration, that's what we are made of. So, the first aspect of our human energy consciousness system is called the core star. Our core star, y'all. Our core star basically comes out of what's called the black velvet void. The black velvet void is basically where everything comes from. That's how the Big Bang started. Matter of fact, the Big Bang started out of this. There's light and there's dark. Dark doesn't always mean negative. Please know that now, people. Dark does not always mean negative. I know in physics or science field they talk about something called dark matter. I want to say that they say that it's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Barbara Ann Brennan talks about the black void, the black velvet void, and the black velvet void is basically teeming with unmanifested life. It is full of unmanifested, unimaginable power. It is the source of all manifestation. The undifferentiated life exists within and around us. Within the core star. The core star light is the first manifestation of the void, and into the individuality it appears as a bright point of light that radiates out from all of us, out from us in all directions. The core star dimension is the foundation of the Hora. So, that's my book. I'm going to show you what she's talking about here. Where's that? I'm going to show you what she's talking about here. This, my friends, is what she's talking about. The black velvet void. This is what we come from. This is where we started. We were once, well, we still are. It's like the Force. It's interesting that that Star Wars came on today, and I'm doing book club on this, and it's the Force. It's what we're made of. It's the spark. It's where the Big Bang happened. Like I said, black doesn't always mean negative. Matter of fact, when you're talking about yin and yang, yang is the white, the yin is the black, and yang is fire, and I'm trying to, yin is black, yin is fluid, and we came from this. This is what she's talking about, the black velvet void. That's where our core star lies. Our core star is our signature, our energy signature, our energy frequency is basically, that's the beginning of us. That's where our soul comes from. It's like, okay, the black velvet void is heaven, and you are the core star, and the core star is you. It's your starting point before you start to manifest down into heaven. Before, I guess you could say, the soul is put into the sperm and the egg when they meet together. Yeah, guess you could say that. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. If you're just now joining, this is the Oracle Treehouse. I'm the Lady of the Treehouse, clairvoyant, intuitive healer, Shanice Jones. We are having book club tonight. We are talking about Barbara Ann Brennan's book, Core Light Healing. We're on chapter 1. I hope you've read the book. If you haven't read the book, by all means, pick up a copy. It will definitely help you in your healing journey, because we all need to learn how to heal ourselves, y'all. Yes, it's awesome to go to a healer. It's awesome to go to a psychic. It's awesome to go to a medium. However, if you can do it yourself, if all you need is encouragement or a little teaching, a little knowledge, hey, what all the better. It's best that you learn to reignite your intuition, that bridge to your family members and your ancestors, that bridge to your healing, because you can heal yourself. Now, granted, yes, I am going to say this. I didn't say this at the beginning. We have a physical body. Our physical body requires physical things in order for it to run properly, just like a car. A car requires physical things. Yes, that car has a soul. Yes, that car runs on energy, but it needs physical stuff in order for it to run properly, like yourself. You need to eat. You got to work out this body, because if you don't work it out, it's going to get rusted and jumbly, and you got to stretch it. Like I said, you got to eat right. You got to take care of the mental and the emotional part, because if you don't take care of the mental and emotional part, that will definitely mess up the physical part of your body. So please remember that, y'all. Please go to the doctor. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy foods. Things of that nature. Now, yes, granted, some of us aren't totally on the whole health track. Some of us are vegan, some of us are not vegan. Me, myself, I am not vegan. I still love my meat. I still love my sugar and stuff. I'm working on that, but I drink plenty of the stuff that we are made of, which is water. Water, water, water. Please drink your water, y'all. Your body is made of it. But yes, we are talking about the black velvet void. This is where we come from. We come from this. The black velvet void. So, moving right along. Where the black velvet void, from that black velvet void comes our Hora. And the Hora dimension is experienced as the intention or purpose. The Hora plays a major part in successfully incarnating, as well as clarifying one's life purpose and intention to incarnate. It also plays a role in our moment-to-moment intentionality. It consists of a main vertical tube of light in the center line of the body. Basically, it's in the middle. The Hora is basically, and I'm going to show you, she has a picture of the Hora right here. Hold on. The Hora. What your Hora looks like. Here we go. Alrighty. Here's your core star. That's your core star. I don't know if y'all can see that. I hope y'all can. That's your core star. And then we move over here. It has tubes. It said that you have tubes. Your Hora, there's the Hora right there. But then you have these tubes that go down the arms and the legs. But the Hora starts right there. The Hora, I've read in other books that it's connected to the Tien in China, or in Eastern, I'm going to say Eastern philosophy, Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine. They call it the Tien. I know I wrote that down somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, the Tien. The Tien. It's the main power source. The Hora, well, actually, the Hora is like the Tien in China, or I'll say Eastern philosophy, Eastern knowledge, wisdom. The Tien, the main power source, a hollow spear called the Tien, is in. They say it's in the Hora, and it's located 2 to 3 inches above your navel. For those of you who practice Qigong, who know of Qigong, for those of you who follow and listen to my teacher, Dr. Master Qigong Sha, he talks about the Tien. If you have the book on chakras, the big, thick, heavy book on chakras, I'm not going to show it to y'all right now, but they go into depth about the Tien, and there's actually 3 of them. There's one here in your lower abdomen, there's one here at your heart area, and then there's one here in your third eye. And these are basically your 3, I want to say your 3 brains. They say your body has 3 brains, and if you think about it, it actually does, because the science in Western medicine has actually proven that not only do we have this brain, but your heart has a brain. Your heart has brain cells, so it has a brain. Not to mention your gut. You know how they say you have a gut feeling, a gut reaction? Your gut also has a brain too. So the 3 Dantians, this brain, your heart brain, and then your gut brain. But in Eastern religion, they go on to say that a healthy Dantien, when a healthy Dantien contains powerful energy and tension, it holds enormous amounts of power, filled with power through meditation and exercise. And if you're a follower of Dr. Master Shigong Sha, he talks about developing your Jindan, which I want to say is close to the Hora Dantien, if not the Hora or Dantien, because he actually has practices on how to bring that energy into your Dantien. The Dantien stores energy. It's like your storehouse of energy. When this is full of energy, you can do anything. I'm kind of a flick of kung fu flicks. One of the movies that I'm thinking about right now is it's called The Man with the Iron Fist. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a movie by one of the Wu-Tang Clan members. If you don't know who Wu-Tang Clan is, please Google. But they're into Eastern studies and Eastern philosophy, and the dude who wrote the book, who did the movie or whatnot, he talks about the Dantien in it, and he talks about when the power of the Dantien is strong, one can do awesome, cool things like levitate. Your third eye is open. You have awesome healing ability, but only through the practice of powering your Dantien will you be able to achieve these things. And interesting enough, master your triple warmer. For those of you who know acupuncture, another Eastern practice that's really good. Okay, so, but yeah, check that out if you haven't checked it out. Like I said, it's called The Man with the Iron Fist. There are other movies that talk about it. That's why I'm always a big movie person, because movies imitate life. Life imitates movies, and there is some truth in movies and books. You just have to know which is which. There it is. Alrighty, so there is your Hora. Your Hora connects you to planet Earth. It goes down. It's in the center of your body, like in front of your spine, and this is what connects you energetically to the Earth. See? But there's your core star. Core star is right here in the center of your body. And for those of you who have developed your third eye, or you might be seeing this in your third eye, or you might be seeing it with your eyes open. That means your third eye is working with your eyes open. You might be seeing it and not know what you're actually looking at. If it looks like this, that is the person's core star. You're tuning into basically their soul essence, their soul signature, meaning that it doesn't matter. They could be what's the term I'm looking for? They can be dressed in sheep's clothing, but if your third eye is open, if you're awake or whatnot, and you see this, you're seeing their true essence. You're seeing right through them. And we all have the ability to do it. We totally all have the ability to do it. And then going from there, you have the Hora. This is the beginning. This is basically your framework. If anybody is familiar with clay animation, or how they build clay animation, they start with a skeleton similar to this. The tubes or prongs or whatever you want to call them. They start out like this. This is the beginning of you. Well, this is you right here, but this is the beginning of your body of you. And then, your body of you is connected to the earth. So this is all on the energetic level before you come in on the physical. So moving right along, for my advanced healers out there, like I was talking about the energy flow and the Hora and your Dantien. With the Dantien, Hora, Advanced healers can regulate the flow of energy in your heart tubes from the Tien to your hands, the minor chakras, your hands and your feet. It's the power of clear intention. Once again, this is for my advanced healers or whatnot. They can do this. Matter of fact, I don't know if any of y'all watch Adult Swim, but there's this one show on Adult Swim called Hunter x Hunter, and the guy, the little boy, well, he's not a little boy anymore, I guess you could say he's a teenager with all the adventures he's been into. They talk about this thing called Nen, and Nen is basically the energy, your aura, because they've said aura, but through the power of Nen, they can, like the advanced thing says, hey love, how you doing? Cool. Through your aura, you can actually, through the power of Nen, you can actually control your aura. I believe that's what they're talking about. That show is really, really good. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please check it out. It's really awesome. Like I said, art imitates life, but life also imitates art, I guess you could say. So there is some truth to it. So if you get a chance, check out Hunter x Hunter. It was on Netflix. Hopefully they will bring it back, because it was on Netflix, because it was on my watch list to watch on Netflix, but unfortunately they took it off. But check it out. It comes on Adult Swim Saturdays, 12, something like that. But anywho, check it out. But anywho, the lower end of the Tien, when healthy, goes, like I said before, it goes deep into the earth. This is what connects you. They say you have an earth chakra. There are 7 chakras. Your 7th chakra connects you to heaven. Then you have an earth chakra under your feet. You have chakras under your feet, and that chakra actually connects you to the earth plane, to the physical plane, and where things are. Moving right along. Oh. Now, we talked about the black velvet void, where you came from, like the Big Bang. There's silence and there's darkness. Then all of a sudden, there's this spark, which is your core star, that comes into being. This core star turns into, or lays the groundwork, I guess you could say, for your Hora, which is your signature, which is you basically. This is your signature frequency. This is how people recognize you. You know how people recognize you from your voice? You can recognize people from their energy, from their vibration, from their frequency. That's how a lot of people who are like deaf or who are like blind, if you're blind, no, you're not going to be able to see a person to identify them. You're going to be able to hear them first. You're going to be able to sense them because you don't have it. Same way if you were deaf. If you were deaf and you didn't, and your back was turned and you didn't hear them, what other way are you going to sense them if you don't see them? You have a heightened sense. You're going to tune into their energy field. This field that we all have. You're going to tune into their Hora, which is their signature vibration. So we have that. Now that we have the Hora, your signature vibration, this brings in your human energy field. Your human energy field consists of your 7 chakras, which comes in layers. Now, with the human energy field, it says the human energy field is the Hora Dimension is the foundation for the human energy field and must exist before the human energy field can come into existence. So like I said, before the human energy field, you burst out of this black velvet void, this core star of yours, which is you, and you have your Hora, you've got your Hora tubes. Now you have your human energy fields, and your 7 chakras are coming into being. You're at the 3rd part of becoming into this planet on the earth plane in the flesh, because you have to be energy before you become flesh. Let's see the basics of the human energy structure. It consists of many levels of frequency, ranges of energy. Most well known Okay. Most well known, where am I at? Most well known of the level of the first 7, which is basically, there's, like I said, there's different levels. She talks about different levels of the human energy field with the chakras. Let's see, where am I at? Let's see, the health and specific nature of each level is very important when studying the creative force through the human energy levels, because it's who we are. We create not only how we experience life, but also many other aspects of our lives. So the human energy field is our core foundation. Like I said, it comes in levels, and those levels are connected to the chakras. Levels 1 through 3 correspond to the 3-dimensional world. I've actually read about that in other wisdom books. The first 3 levels: your first chakra, your sacral chakra, first chakra, which is red, your sacral chakra, which is orange, and then your solar plexus chakra, which is yellow. Those are all your earthly chakras. These are the chakras that need to be really, really strong, really, really grounded. If any of these are dim or murky or small in any nature, it means you're not well grounded and you're not really connected to the earthly plane. Unfortunately for us light workers, for people who are light workers like myself, some of us can have dim first 3 chakras, because we're all up here. If you can see chakras, if you can tune into chakras and you see somebody walking and their bottom 3 chakras are like really dim or murky or small, but their top 4 chakras or top 3 chakras are like all bright, they're not really all grounded. They might be grounded somewhat, but they're not totally grounded. So just know that. The 4th chakra, which is your heart chakra, that is usually your bridge between the earth and the heaven. Once you get past the fourth chakra, the 5th, which is your throat, your third eye chakra, and then your 7th chakra, these are the chakras that connects you to the non-physical, which is tuning into the mental and the emotional energies and the spirit world. Let's see, corresponds to, okay, yep. The 4th dimension is the bridge. I said that. And then, like I said, the 5 through 7 is connect to the spirit plane, connecting with people who have passed over, connecting with other energies, being able to see energetic beings. Remember, we are made of energy. Remember, everything on this planet is made of energy. Everything on this planet came from the non-physical into the physical. In the book, I want to say, is it this book? It might be this book, or it might be, I want to say it is Hands of Light. Barbara Ann Brennan, her first book, she talks about seeing the trees when she was a kid. She would go out there and she could see the trees energetically. And what really stuck out with me with that is because I remember reading about the Bible. I'm not a big Bible thumper, y'all, but I have been to church. I've been to Bible school. And you know how when certain verses stick in your mind and stuff. And she talks about being able to see the energy of the trees and being able to see how they are. And it reminded me of a verse in the Bible where they talk about God giving the guy back his sight, healing him of his sight, and he asked him, could he see? And he said that he couldn't see the flesh yet, but he could see the energy, that the people were walking, they looked like trees. I thought that was really cool. But she says in the book, I want to say it's Core Light Healing, she talks about when she was a kid, she would sit out there in nature, because she grew up on a farm or whatnot, and she could tune into the trees. First, she starts seeing them with her eyes closed, and then eventually, over time, she was able to see them with her eyes open. The energy of the trees, and she could see how, you know how the leaves change color? She could see the leaves, the energy changing color. Like in the springtime, they would be all green and healthy. The energy that would flow, it'd be I want to say tubes of light coming down and into the ground and shooting straight up. And in the springtime, she said they would be really green, it'd be really pretty. And then as the summertime came, then the fall came, the energy would start to change color. And you could tell in the winter time, she said they were like really black, dark, like they were asleep. They were still energy, but they were asleep. I thought that was really, really cool. But we can all see this, y'all. Just know, if you're tuning into this, you can practice seeing energy. You can practice seeing the energy of your body. First, start tuning into the energy of your body. Start tuning into your chakra. Start tuning into your energy field. Once you start tuning into your energy field and how it feels and how it looks to you, you will be able to see and feel and tune into others and other natural things and inanimate objects too, because like I said, everything is made of energy. All right, but you have to work at it, and the best way to work at it, if you watched me before, you know I always talk about it: meditation, meditation, meditation. No, you don't have to be like a yogi and be all like, oh. Now, if that's you, hey, go for it. That's you. But if that's not you, you have to find what meditation practice works for you. But meditation helps with tuning into the energetic body, not only just boosting up your psychic abilities and being able to tune into things. No, there's self. You got to tune into self first. All right. But yeah, that's what level 3 is. Another perspective of the human energy field is the levels associated with personal, will, and emotion. Those are what the levels are associated with. Our energy consciousness is divided into 3 aspects: reason, will, and emotion. Yeah, that's supposed to be reason. I said person. Reason, will, and emotion. That is what our energy consciousness is based off of, if you think about it. Reason, will, and emotion. We always got that reason. I'll say logic too falls into that category. Reason, logic. We tend to, and here in the Western world, we unfortunately rely so much on the whole reasoning thing. We don't put that into, we rely too much on it. Then you also have the will, which the will is actually broke up into 2. You have divine will, and you also have your own will. Let thy will, what is it? Let thy will be done through me is what they say from the Bible. You know, you have your will, but you also have the will of God, divine, thou, source, whatever you want to call this energy, the force within you. So when your will and thy will are working together, everything is aligned. Everything is going how it should be. And then you have emotion. Emotion is what drives stuff. So the energy consciousness is broken down into those 3 things. Yet there's also another view, and she talks about it. She goes into depth about the 7 layers. The 7 layers are broken up even more into structured and unstructured layers. The structured layers are the odd numbers. So level 1, 3, 5, and 7. Those are the structured layers. These structured layers are basically lines of light with particles flowing through them. And she has pictures of those, interestingly enough. Here we go. This is energy. This is the etheric body level 1. This is what you look like on the first level. This is the first level that we're talking about, which is the structured level. All the structured levels are odd levels. All the structured levels are odd levels, and all these levels have the structured lines of light flowing through them. So your lines of light, and it's also like that for our organs and our cells. See, here's the kidneys. This is the kidney on the first level, and here are the lines of light that are creating it. She goes on further to talk about that on these levels, whether it's structured or unstructured, that if, I don't know if you've watched me before, you've heard me say this, that when we get an illness shows up in our body, well, actually shows up in our energy field before it shows up in our physical body. Henceforth, it'll show up on one of the levels. Now, the unstructured levels, hold on, let's see, the structured levels are blue light. They're energy consciousness of our personal will. They give rise to structure of our physical body, like I showed you before with the kidney. These lines of light, they give structure to the physical body. It's basically a blueprint. That's what the structured levels of our energy field are. They are our blueprint for our physical body. So whatever's on this blueprint level will manifest on the energetic level on some way, shape, or form or fashion. What did I do? Oops. Oopsie. Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't do anything. Cool. All right. So yeah, it will manifest on that level. The first level is the blue lines of light, like I showed you right here. That's the first level. The third level has golden lines of light. That's the third level, structured, golden lines of light. And then the seventh level, what did I say? Oh, the fifth line. The fifth level is basically the template. It's also blue. And then the seventh layer has golden. No, they have yellow. The third has yellow. The seventh layer has golden lines of light. What is that? That's the third level right there. And then the fifth level right here, that's the blueprint one that we were talking about. That's basically our template, our blueprint. Okay. And then moving right along to our unstructured. Unstructured basically comes with, it's like cloud, it's like fluid colored light. That's how she describes the unstructured levels of the human energy field. It's multicolored, unstructured levels of diffuse light. They're feeling levels. The structured levels are basically I guess you could say the blueprint of the body. The unstructured levels are basically our feelings and our thoughts. They are on the even numbers, 2, 4, 6. Those are our unstructured levels. The unstructured substance is bioplasma. I don't know if y'all are familiar with bioplasma. They talk about plasma when it comes to blood. When they separate the blood, they get the plasma out so they can make more blood. Energy can be in the form of bioplasma. If you watch Ghostbusters, the most recent Ghostbusters, they talked about bioplasma and what it is or whatnot. But bioplasma is basically energy. It can be in a fluid form, it can be in a thick form, it can be in a cloudy form. The second level is bioplasma, and it's basically colored clouds of light. And it carries our feelings about ourselves. This is on the second layer. So it's clouded light, but these are feelings about ourselves on the second level. Henceforth, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra has to do with feelings. The fourth level, which is where our heart is at, that bioplasma is actually denser. So it's not clouds, it's denser than clouds. I guess you could say it's more like a thick, I wrote it down. It's like a thick gelatin. Like the way gelatin is before it hardens. That's the bioplasma of the fourth layer in our heart. And this energy carries our feelings about others. The sixth layer is diffuse light which it looks like it's radiating. This bioplasma is from the higher level. This bioplasma, I want to say, is not as denser because it's from the upper, but this is our higher divine feelings, our wisdom, our knowing about things on our sixth chakra. That's what that is. Yeah, I already talked about that. Okay, cool. What's up, y'all? If y'all just now joining, this is the Oracle Treehouse. Oh, we've been up here for an hour. Wow. Okay, we're almost done, y'all. This is chapter 1. If you're just now joining, we are doing book club here at the Oracle Treehouse, and this book club session is we're reviewing Core Light Healing by Barbara Ann Brennan, which is a really, really good book. We're going over chapter 1. She's talking about the human consciousness system, because we are energy before we are this flesh. This flesh has energy. This flesh has consciousness. This flesh is made of energy. This flesh is human. And it's the whole system. And we're talking about it today. And right now we're talking about the unstructured, well, we just finished talking about the unstructured layers of the 7 chakras of the human energy field. So, yeah. Okay, so now that just takes us to the 7 chakras. And I'm sure all of y'all have heard of the 7 chakras before. The rainbow colored spinning wheels of light. That's what they are. If anybody has, there's this book called Wheels of Light by dang it, I can't pronounce her name. Her name doesn't escape me, but she has I forgot the name of it. It's a crazy name, but I have the book. I'll post the link to it on the Oracle Treehouse's page and my page later. But if anybody want to come up here and say anything, they have any comments, they have any questions, they have any concerns, if you don't want to get up here and be live, you can also post your questions here in the comment section. I'm not doing readings tonight, y'all. This is all learning, because we need to learn about our bodies. We need to learn about our energy bodies. If we learn about our energy bodies first and foremost, that will help us to learn and understand our bodies as a whole. Totally. So, the 7 chakras. Okay, within the human energy field, many cultures call and see the chakras in different ways. Wheels of light, flowers with petals. B-A-B, I don't know what that. Oh, Barbara Ann Brennan, she sees them as cone-shaped vortexes of energy flowing clockwise, healthy, which draw in energy, consciousness, or bioplasm into the field. Yeah, she shows them as cones of energy. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the unstructured. Okay, here we go. Unstructured. This is the second layer. Unstructured. Remember I said the unstructured layers are clouds? Well, this is the second layer. The second layer is the second layer of the unstructured part of the chakras are clouds of light. That's layer 2. Right there. Layer 2. Layer 4. This is our heart chakra. That's what's coming from our heart chakra. And it's denser clouds of light, as you can see. Denser clouds of light. And these are our feelings about other people, places, things, situation, because it's coming from our heart. Down here, that's our layer 6. This is 6th layer, which is our celestial body. I believe we astral travel with this body, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Forgive me if I am. And now we've moved on to the chakras. She said right here, the cones, they come out, they go up the center of the body right here, and on both sides. A lot of people don't talk about that. They miss that part. They think, okay, well, you have chakras and they only function on the front side of the body. No, they're functioning on the back side of the body too. They're coming, I think you're receiving energy. Energy is coming in from the front side, and I believe energy is flowing out through the back. I might be wrong on that, but we're going to talk about that on one of these book clubs. But that's them. Those are the cones of vortexes. As you can see, the first chakra is pointed down. The seventh chakra is pointed up. That's your connection to earth. That's your connection to heaven up there. And then out each end, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way up. Okay? So, energy consciousness. Yes, y'all, we are energy consciousness. Energy consciousness is taken in by each chakra on each structured level and sent throughout the human energy field on that level along the lines of light that lead to all parts of the body. The energy consciousness taken in by the chakra on the unstructured levels of the field also follow the flow of the lines of light on the structured levels, but they flow more like bioplasma. So know this. Know that the energy is flowing in. Your energy conscious, interesting. And when I say energy conscious, it could be energy conscious taking it in via your mouth, or sensing the energy and feelings of whatever's going on in your environment or wherever you are at the time. Your body is like what is it my boy said? My boy John Holland said that we are transmitters. You know how you have the energy towers, the cell phone towers, they are sending and receiving energy like radio transmitters. Radio transmitters are sending and receiving energy all the time. Your chakras are sending and receiving energy all the time through different avenues. Like I said, hearing, you're sensing via your body, via your skin, your mouth, your ears, your body. Your body is this big transmitter and it's sending and receiving energy. Your chakras are sending and receiving energy. The information, energy consciousness comes in through your chakras to a certain chakra, to a certain organ or a certain source, telling you what's going on in your environment and what you should or shouldn't be doing. She breaks it down. I love it. But that's what energy consciousness does. And on the unstructured levels, they flow like bioplasma. You empath. Me, myself, I'm an empath. So I'm going to feel that bioplasma of a person. Especially like I've walked into a room and people have just got finished arguing. My solar plexus chakra, my sacral chakra, or you could say my heart chakra, is going to pick up on the emotions, the feelings that were going on in that room after it happened. Because that energy still lingers now. If you're an empath like me, you've walked into a room and been like, wait a minute, what just happened? Who just got finished fighting? You know, because that energy still lingers. I'm being reminded of like psychics, mediums, when they do like the not haunted house, but when they go to like abandoned insane asylums or abandoned houses, haunted houses, where the spirits have come and they walk through, like, I want to say not a wormhole, but the energy from whatever happened in that place is so thick. If they're like a extreme empath or hypersensitive, which if they're a psychic or medium, they're going to be hypersensitive, they actually walk through. Matter of fact, I want to say it was either John Holland or it was not James Van Praagh. It might have been James Van Praagh, or it might be the other one. John Edwards. He was in this building and he was walking through the building, and he said while he was walking through the building, he felt like he had stepped through time because the energy was so thick at what happened in that building. I think it was a fire or something, in some building in New York or something, some factory thing. And he could actually hear, he could feel, he could see the people from that time frame escaping or trying to escape from the building. It was really interesting. And I'm just like imagining this, because I'm like, oh my God, that's totally possible, because the energy is so thick that it still lingers. That's the power of energy. Really cool. So, okay. Chakras have 3 major functions, y'all. 3 major functions. And I think this is really important. We're going to go through this and then we're going to wrap it up for the night. And we're going to call it a night, because this was so awesome. This was so cool. Okay. The 3 major functions of our chakras. 3 major functions. Function 1. Take energy consciousness into each level of the energy body from the universal energy consciousness field, UEF, and intimate or the bioplasmic field around us. That's the function 1. We take in the energy, process it. Function 2 now, to serve as a sensory organs for our senses corresponding to the human energy field that are beyond what is considered to be normal in the physical world. Thus, they are doorways to other realities that serve us in our physical lives through sudden ideas that just pop into our head, hunches, or something being right or wrong, or something we're supposed to do. Henceforth, what I was talking about, okay, our chakras help us sense what's going on. Our chakras help us, like I said, that idea. It'll pick up on that energy consciousness. Oh, okay, this is an awesome idea. Comes in, it'll come in. It can come in through the third eye. It comes in through the third eye. You get a mental picture or an idea. Pop. You know how they show the cartoon with the light bulb that goes off? Ding. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Or it'll come in another way. It'll come in as an idea. Okay, well, maybe we shouldn't be here. Maybe we should go. It could come in through the first chakra. The first chakra is all about action. So it could come in as a, okay, you know what? Maybe we don't need to be here today. Maybe we need to get the freak up out of here. And you just get the urge to move. That's how energy flows into the body, flows into the system. That's the second function of our chakras. And the final function of our chakra, y'all. The final function of our chakra, to govern the level of the human energy field to which they correspond. The first chakra corresponds to the base note. The second chakra corresponds to the second base note, and so on. It's a useful tool for us human energy, for us to learn in high sensitive, to distinguish the different layers of the field. So that's a good one too, but the first 2 are definitely important for us to know, that we're taking in energy. As long as we realize that we are transmitters, we are sending and receiving energy every day through our chakras. We just have to realize where. If it's through the physical, the first layer, well, okay, well, we need to act on something. I don't know why I need to move right now, but I'm going to move. And we don't learn until after the car just almost hit the chair that, okay, now I understand why my first chakra said I needed to move. Or with our heart chakra, if we feel a person loves us a lot or wants to get with us or whatnot, we can feel it. We can tune into it and react on it, or getting that idea. So those are the 3 major functions of our chakras. Now, along with our chakras, we have something else. It's called our vertical power cord. We have a vertical power cord, y'all, which is the cord. It's our main power current that runs vertically along our spine, into which the heart or roots of the 7 chakras are embedded. The main tube of the Hora is also located inside the vertical power current. Each chakra is composed of several smaller vortexes that are neatly set inside the overall core shape. Now, let's remember, we were talking about bioplasma earlier. Yes, we do have a vertical cord. That vertical cord is like our plug. Like I said earlier, our plug. Now, when it comes to, I was talking about the chakras and what they look like. Our chakras have little vortexes inside of them. The higher up you go, the more vortexes they have. Starting at the base chakra, our base chakra only has four little vortexes. Those four little vortexes are sending and receiving energy all the time. Sending and receiving bioplasma all the time. When you get up to the seventh chakra, our seventh chakra has like 1,000 little vortexes. And if you can see those little vortexes, you can see on these levels, it's actually easier. When I was talking earlier about the structured and unstructured layers, the chakras get damaged on that layer. Our vortexes get damaged on that layer. The structured and the unstructured layers of our energy field get damaged. And if you can see that damage, it makes it easier to correct. Think about a person who's lost their limb. A reason why they still feel the pain is because it's still damaged on that level. On that energetic level, it's still damaged. It's still there. That's why people still have that, they say that phantom feeling. Because on an energetic level, the hand is still there. The leg, the limb is still there on an energetic level. It's just not there on a physical level anymore, but it's still there energetically. That's how they're able to make these new, awesome, cool RoboCop type robotics that connect people, that connect amputees with new limbs, because the energy is still there. They can still move it. They just don't have this physical thing. It's invisible. But yeah. But the bioplasma comes in 4 states: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Remember, plasma can also come in different forms, like I said earlier. Blood, also the liquid, and the other liquid from the other parts of your body, like the liquid from your stomach, that's considered a plasma too. But yeah, this is how the chakras operate. And then lastly but not least, y'all, this brings us to our physical body. Like I said, the physical body is the end result. My homie Edgar Casey said that. Nope, not Edgar Casey, take that back. Holmes, Science of the Mind. I want to say he said it too. Saying, what did he say? The spirit is the something, the mind is the mental, and the physical is the result, the end result. The physical is the end result. Henceforth, the body. What did I say about the body? Hold on, y'all. Where is it at? Here we go. The physical body can't exist without the 3 aspects. So there's no way this physical body can be in existence without us having those other aspects first. Our core star, our Hora, our human energy field, and our chakras. There's just no way for the physical body to exist without that. Everything has, everything in your body, all the way down to your cells, have an energy body, an energy field. Everything. Your cells have an energy field, has an energy body. Your organs have an energy field and an energy body also. So just know that you are more than this physical body, y'all. You wouldn't be watching me right now. You wouldn't be tuning into me right now if you didn't have an inkling of curiosity or wanting to know more. So there you have it, y'all. That was chapter 1 of Core Light Healing. I hope y'all learned something. If you have questions, y'all, please post them here in the comment section, whether they're about healing, whether they're about the human energy field, what we talked about. If you haven't gotten the book, this book right here, Core Light Healing, please pick it up. Next Sunday we will be going over chapter 2 of the book, and chapter 2 is about, let me see, hold up. Chapter 4, chapter 2, each chapter builds on each one. So I'm really thinking, y'all, like after we do this book, we're actually going to go and do the first book, to help everybody. But chapter 2 is all about our creative process through our human energy consciousness system. So we have a human energy conscious system, but there's also a creative process. She talks about the creative process. The creative process, the way she breaks it down, is basically our life flowing. When our life is flowing, everything is happy, everything is grand, everything is good. I mean, things just flow. That's our creative process. She's going to break down the creative process for us. And then the chapter after that, she talks about when we have blocks in our creative process, what's stopping us from having that flow in our life. So next week, we're going to do chapter 2. Next Sunday, I hope y'all tune in. I hope y'all learned a lot. Y'all, if you like this, please like it. Please like the Oracle Treehouse. I think I still have room for friends on my personal page. If I do, cool. Send me a friend request. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I will be back, like I said, y'all, for free readings. You got to catch me with the free readings if that's what you want. Other than that, I am available for private readings. My private readings and healing sessions are $75 for a half an hour, $150 for an hour. Same thing with my teaching. I do teach too. I do teach this. So inbox me either here on my personal page or here at the Oracle Treehouses page. It's up to you how you get in touch with me, but I am here. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, by all means let me know. Until then, y'all, I will talk to y'all next Sunday. Catch me, like I said, sometime during the week in the free reading groups, free reading psychic groups. I'm in like 3 of them. So catch me there if you want a free reading. If not, hit me up for personal readings via my inbox. Until then, y'all, take care of yourself, take care of one another, love yourself, and love one another. Alrighty, talk to y'all tomorrow. Talk to y'all next Sunday, or maybe before then. Until then, bye.